basic things like taking my dog to the dog park is difficult. So they made it really difficult to be normal, and they affected future job opportunities to me. I don't think I'll ever be able to work or get a job because I'm afraid an employer may not hire me.
Okay, pause it for 1 second. You know, here's the other thing. As he's trying to build his damages case against them on TV, you know who is not going to be able to get a job or walk their dog or have really any sense of normalcy?
Who? Who do you think is going to, who is going to say? Who could it be?
Yeah, who's not going to be able to like burn down a business or rape another kid or beat his girlfriend? Yeah, who? Who's not going to be able to try to steal a gun from somebody and shoot him in the head? Who's not going to be able to do that? Tell me, Sam Seder, who?
Who is no longer going to be able to attempt to stab their own sibling and grandmother? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, who? Tell us.
How? Pray tell, Sam. Who?
Since Kyle killed them with his weapon, are the people that he killed.
Or even the guy he maimed and shot his arm off, basically.
How much you want to bet that if you said, Sam, you're very, very concerned about these two people that were killed by Kyle.
Right.
Do you know what their names are?
No. I think it's like Joseph Rosenbaum, Anthony Huber, and Gage Grosskreutz. Yeah.
Yes, you remember.
You know what Gage Grosskreutz? We remember them. You know what Gage Grosskreutz was able to do? Sue the city of Kenosha for $10 million.
Well, did he? I don't think he was successful though.
I don't think the lawsuit went anywhere, but he was able to do it.
Yeah.
He was able to do that. The piece of shit.
I think they're like, well, you kind of pulled a gun on someone, so
Right.
You should be happy that you didn't die, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, Gage Grosskreutz is able to lie to the police again, is able to give false statements to law enforcement. He can still do that he doesn't need two arms to do that.
I just think it's so funny that Sam is like, oh, these poor victims.
I know.
This poor pedophile and a sibling attempted stabber, cannot draw breath in this world anymore after attempting to cause mass harm and possibly kill Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names. That's how much I care about their lives. Oh, I can't even possibly have looked up their names before I went on this woe is them fucking segment.
Yeah.
Like, it's so transparent. It's almost like, when they say communists don't love poor people, they just hate rich people.
Yeah, totally.
It's like Sam doesn't love these two victims.
No,
he doesn't even know their names. He doesn't know Rosenbaum's name. He doesn't know Huber's name. He just hates Kyle Rittenhouse.
He does. In his mind, Kyle Rittenhouse should have never been there. He should have never been there. They have Rosenbaum on video lighting fires at the businesses. What the fuck? What the fuck?
They have him on video. Didn't he say like what did he say to that guy? I mean, he said something like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
He said, I'm gonna take the gun away and kill you. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
You go, Sam.
Yeah.
You stand up for the downtrodden and dispossessed. The marginalized people.
Well, it's like you have two white guys of German descent, by the way. Okay, so you know that they're
Rosenbaum
probably nonsense.
and
Huber. Everyone involved in this case was of German descent. Okay. Rittenhouse, Rosenbaum, Huber, and Grosskreutz.
Oh, I guess you're right. Holy.
It's a very German area. But you have two white guys of German descent, and specifically Rosenbaum himself, who were trying to inflict property damage to first-generation immigrants of color. Okay.
Yeah.
How suddenly, I like how the second the narrative around race doesn't help them, it's never fucking talked about. It's never, they will, I've never heard a single one of these fucks ever bring up about how the business that was burned down by fucking white people, okay, was owned by first-generation immigrants of color.
They don't know.
Never heard them ever say that once.
They don't know that.
They don't care.
No, they don't care.
They don't
obviously.
care. It's all tribalism.
They can't even inform themselves about the story. Sad.
That probably can't have so much normalcy going forward.
Yeah. If you want to continue to beat his wife, you probably shouldn't have grabbed tried to grab a gun. Try to grab an AR from a kid.
Continue.
I'm afraid an employer.
When she, well, I don't. They weren't married. It was his girlfriend, I think. But
okay.
Is she specifically told him not to go?
I know.
There, she's like, listen, there's a lot of like conflict and rioting downtown.
Right.
Don't go there.
And he's like conflict
don't
and
go
rioting.
Yeah. He's like, listen, honey, I just got out of a drug-induced suicide attempt coma. Okay, because I have a restrict because I can't contact you because I tried to beat you up. So of course I'm gonna go there and try to beat up some people. Like I got a lot of aggression to get in.
If you're not gonna let me beat you up, I gotta beat somebody up. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
The Rittenhouse thing, I've never seen. Like if you wrote the facts of the Kyle Rittenhouse case into a movie,
yeah, no one would believe it.
I would say this is the dumbest, most propagandistic piece of like cinema ever. The facts in real life would never be this one-sided ever.
What is that stupid channel we were watching? This is like one of those videos. This is exactly one of those videos.
Well, no, it's like it'd be like the right-wing version of Soul Bites or whatever the hell it was. Yeah.
May not hire me.
Well, I think that's entirely fair because of the lies repeated for over a year by the tech platforms that are not journalists. They're soldiers in some sort of weird partisan war they're fighting. So what do you...
Yeah,
it is interesting that Tucker makes a distinction between journalists and tech platforms, because obviously there was like so much lies and disinformation and misinformation about Kyle from the journalists too, not just the platforms.
He is helping them.
Yeah.
Go after the case. They are solidifying damages, and I mean they're basically putting together the case in the media here.
Right.
Which I don't think it's bad.
Much harder. It's much harder to go after the journalists than a tech platform, because journalists have extra. I guess they have extra protection.
Well, I think they probably have insurance too. So.
Well, that's not really the issue.
They're gonna go after who has the deepest pockets. I'm
right,
sure.
But I mean,
I'm sure if they win a judgment, that's going to make other judgments easier to win and fill them with a legal war chest. So it's going to make going after Joy Reid that much easier.
Right.
Like you don't go after Joy Reid first because, maybe you get, who knows what you get, like $1 million. I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't, I mean, you'd go after MSNBC.
No, I want them to go after, I want Joy Reid's name on the case.
Okay.
Come on, Joy Reid was mean about all this stuff.
Yes, that's true.
She called him a white supremacist. I guess that one's tough to that's a tough one.
Well, see, I don't think this is the problem. And I don't know how to like balance this, because I'm huge, big in favor of free speech, but also it's too easy to just lie about people, especially for the media to lie about people in ways that cause them severe harm. And I don't know how exactly to balance those two things properly without infringing on free speech.
Would it be feasible to, especially in the realm of, big media companies, force them to define their terms and stick to those definitions? Like if they just defined white supremacist and, if you want to call someone white supremacist, it has to meet this definition. Otherwise it's defamation.
Well,
Because I
the
mean,
problem
they
is,
are
like,
hiding in fuzzy definitions.
right, but they'll just say like, "Oh, it's my opinion that he's white supremacist." But then the problem is, it's like there's like you can't even like what Kyle did nothing and said nothing that would even lead anyone to make
Well,
those
that's where the
assumptions.
definition comes in, because
Right.
you can't call somebody like a pedophile and go, "Oh, well, that's just my opinion." There's a definition of the word
Right.
that they have to meet. Otherwise, I mean, the problem is hiding, what exactly does white, especially in this environment where, all these CRT papers blame white supremacy for everything. So technically everyone's a white supremacist according to CRT.
Sure.
But if you put out a definition, I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I don't know what that definition would look like, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
at least it'd be a step in the right direction. I mean, I understand what you're saying. There's these, I mean, you can call someone a racist, and sure, it's your opinion and what is racism anyway, but you know that the damage, if the mainstream media comes after you and calls you a racist, you're just done. You're done.
Yeah, but that's the problem, is because right now, because of the way sort of the cancel culture ecosystem is set up, if someone in an opinion piece, and I'm finger quoting, by the Washington Post or New York Times or something, labels you a racist, you're right. It's so easy for you to get fired, and to me, it seems grossly unfair that some journalist can label you a racist with like fucking no evidence, completely baseless, and you get fired, and you have all this financial harm
recourse,
going
yeah.
forward, and you have literally no recourse
Yeah, no, I'm with
to
you.
do anything about it.
Yeah, that's why something's got to give. Something's got to change.
Something does have to give.